All right, guys, I am putting a new transfer case in today on a Ram 2500. Before I do that, though, I just wanted to go over a few things of what to look for before you order a new transfer case from us and what to look at when you actually have the transfer case in hand to make sure you have the correct transfer case going in your truck. I'm going to go over a few things here that you should do before you order your transfer case and when you actually receive your transfer case. One is, what model transfer case do you have? Take a look at the back side of the transfer case. There should still be a tag there saying which model number. This transfer case is a 273, so obviously that's a starting point. Now we know we need a 273 transfer case. Other things you want to know are, what transmission do you have in the truck? Do you have an automatic, a manual? What automatic and what manual do you have? That's all going to affect your input shaft and splines. A lot of them are more standard nowadays, but there's still differences between some of them. Other things you want to look at is your front drive shaft flange. This is a bolt-on flange, and then on the rear of this transfer case is a slip-on yoke, which the drive shaft just slides into the transfer case. When you actually receive your transfer case, another thing you're going to want to do is mark one of these splines inside the input shaft and count around. You're going to want to make sure, in this case, let's say it's 29. I'm going to want 29 spline on my new transfer case, and as well as on my output side of the transfer case. These are all little things that prevent you from throwing this transfer case up, then realizing the hard way that you have the wrong transfer case. Last thing I wanted to mention is to make sure you take a look at to see if you have an electric shift or a manual shift transfer case. You can see here that I have an electric shift motor. Actually, the new transfer case also supplies a new shift motor, but it's not mounted for shipping purposes. Not a big deal. Put that on just before we install it. But if you can check all that off your checklist, we're ready to install this transfer case.